I hope you soil your pants.
Now you can talk.
How do I travel alone? Turns out that dude wasn't a part of TSA.
And hitting the
I'll vomit in my pants.
I don't like where you're touching me right now.
At least he gave me $100. When they're idiots, man. Because I would hate my job too. I Macarena my way through, so I almost punched a lady.
Like this?
On random stranger Greg's lap. When we like pre-talk or whatever like this, it'll be like fading. It'll be like black, and then it'll like fade into when we're finally like settled in the chairs and talking. We're talking now. Oh my God. That's the part. You gotta smell that now. I hate you.
Just a little poof.
Just a little.
Yeah. We're starting?
Yeah, it's already it's all been going. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Episode 13, lucky number 13 of the No Shot podcast. We've upgraded the set. If you can't tell, this lighting's prime.
It makes us look pretty ugly.
Pretty ugly. We're going to need a full makeup team soon. I mean, we're already in negotiations, obviously, like Revlon.
Something else. Clinique.
Claire. Nope,
No.
that's earrings.
Morphe.
Morphine.
Not morphine, Morphe. That's like a makeup brand thing.
What's in the one vlog when we were in Target, the Super Target? Nikki.
Nix.
Oh, Nix. Yeah, we're all negotiation. Ulta, obviously.
No, not Ulta.
Not Ulta? Oh, okay.
They're pricey.
Yeah, that's why they're going to sponsor us. It's free.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dang it.
Stop ruining your furniture.
I didn't ruin it.
Anyways, everybody, so today's episode, let's kick it off. You want to kick it off with the airport? Because you just recently traveled back.
Yes,
I just traveled.
I did.
Let's
let's talk about airports because
here we
my
go.
gosh. As a kid,
Yep.
love flying. Or I wouldn't say I love flying, but I like traveling. I like the idea of getting on a plane.
Dude,
but shut up.
Dude, no, I'm going
I
to add to
never
it.
understood the frustration that like my dad or mom felt when traveling until now.
Yeah.
But okay, now you can talk.
I remember like one of the first times I had to travel alone for work, not like here, but like when I first started my accounting career, terrified. I was like, how do I travel alone? I've never done it.
Right, yeah.
I always relied on my parents.
Yeah, it is. It's spooky at first having to do it all by yourself, but
I'm like, where's my gate?
like I'm an adult now, I can do whatever.
I went through TSA. I got checked down. Turns out that dude wasn't a part of TSA. Like now, how am I supposed to feel about that?
just going through security. Sir, I'm gonna need you to come over here. Yeah, no problem.
Absolutely.
What seems a problem?
We just need to pat you down.
Who's we? I see one of you, but nobody else. And why am I alone in this room?
Yeah, right.
Sir,
Where's your employee badge?
This is a family bathroom. We can lock the door. You can't come in or out. So
Your badge is drawn on with crayon and paper.
Donald, I don't like where you're touching me right now. I promise there's nothing there.
Then we get out and then they're like, oh no, I already got pat down by Greg. Nobody named Greg works here.
Yeah, I mean, we usually pat you down and open because we don't.
We got to make sure everybody sees.
You're
like,
It's weird. I knew something was weird when I felt his wedding ring.
At least he gave me $100.
Yeah, right. But no, flying's just. I don't want to say flying's frustrating. The people are just stupid.
100%.
People are just stupid. I mean, you get in there, you do your pre-check, or go to your kiosk for Delta, American Airlines, whatever, and try to get your boarding pass and all that. But that moment you hit security, it's like everyone's been hit in the head 50 times and their brain has fallen out of their ears.
They don't understand basic instructions.
It's like you got
everything
Donnie over there who's all pissed off because he's like, shoes off, coats on the table, laptops, anything larger than this out of your bag. And people are like, what? Be like, I can't bring the water through.
My laptop that you just told me to take out, you're sure I got to take it out? Yeah, Brenda. He said it. And you know what's funny? I stand there and I see those same TSA agents. The reason why they're so mad when they say it 1,000 times. I'm like, but why do they say it 1,000 times? Then you see a Brenda leaving the laptop in the backpack and you're like, that's why. I would hate my job too.
They're like, anything larger than a laptop needs to be pulled out of your bag and placed in an individual bin. Nothing covering it. All right, laptop, phone, charger, keys, whatever that you can fit in your first bin. Then we're going to put a backpack on top of it. Then we're going to put the coat on top of it, then the shoes. Then Greg comes over. He's like, please take that out, take that out, take that out. All these got to be simple. But are you sure? Can I put my shoes back on? No, your shoes have to be off on a separate table, all right? Put your bags this way. No, your bags don't have to go in a bin. What are you doing?
Dude,
It's like, oh, any liquids, please dump them out or throw them away. They will not be allowed through.
I can't take my water.
But I have 3 water bottles that aren't open. No liquids past security. Yeah.
Well, dude, it's weird because some airports, I'm not going to name who because I don't want to narc on anybody because we're not narcs on this podcast.
Not
no
yet.
shot. Anyways, some airports don't have the same standards. I go to Detroit to Tampa all the time. I've taken pomade, I've taken contact solution, toothpaste,
deodorant,
all the things. No problems ever. I went to Utah. They confiscated everything. Came back from Mexico.
They took
They
all your
confiscated
stuff.
everything, dude. I was so mad. And when I was in Utah, I was like, "Why are you taking this?" They're like, "Well, it's above the thing." I'm like, "Yeah, well, I've gone to other places and they don't care." And this person's like, "Well, they don't take their job seriously." And I was like, "Maybe you take yours too seriously." Did we
Right.
think about that?
Or maybe you're taking the deodorant that I like because you know you stink.
He's taking that Breathe Naturals. That's what he's
Yeah.
taking by Nigel. What
Yeah.
up? Free plug right there.
Yeah.
Best deodorant in the
Jeez.
game. I'm on my Michigan deodorant is Seabreeze. I forget the name. I'm sorry, Nigel, but it's
The Seabreeze one.
from Breathe Naturals.
Shannon
Fantastic.
took
The cooling
the
cooling coconut.
cooling mint, the whatever.
I thought it was coconut.
Okay, whatever. Cocoa mint. Cocoa. No,
Mint.
I think it's cocoa mint. She took that one to work, so that's her work deodorant.
Oh,
that
nice,
she uses.
nice.
I'm like, okay,
I got Cedar Spice for Florida, and then I got the Seabreeze for Michigan.
nice.
Always plug.
But yeah, getting through security, it's like everyone just doesn't know how to do it, and it's so frustrating. There should be a line for competent people and incompetent people.
Yeah, dude, 100%. And it's like, honestly, even if I stop flying regularly for work, I will always pay for pre-check now.
Yeah.
Because you don't take your shoes off. You don't
It's
have
like
to
$50
take
for like 5 years, right?
85 for 5.
Okay.
But either way, so worth
Yeah.
it. Because even if one flight, one headache
Yeah.
is just immense. But
But now everyone's doing the TSA pre-check and everything, and what? Now you're gonna have a line of idiots still.
But what's nice is they're less idiots. But when they're idiots, man. Because, I had this lady's, didn't know how to push her bag all the way. Literally when I was coming back. And on top of that, it's 5 in the morning.
Right.
And I was like, this lady's, making such a big fuss. She's, acting like she doesn't know how to walk through the metal detector.
Yeah.
And, the one guy's, waiting for the dude to be like this to, come through. But the guy's just, the TSA agents are, waiting. And then the guy's waiting. It's like a staring contest. And then he's like,
Nope.
dude, no,
Can't
you
have
just
that.
can come through. Just come. It's not hard.
It's really not, and I don't understand how people make it so difficult. But once you get past security, for the most part, everything's good.
Very good.
Until you got to board the plane.
Oh, my gosh. Boarding the
I
plane.
don't know how hard it is to find your seat and put your bags above your seat. I have a guy in first class going to Comfort Plus to put his bag.
Oh my
Why are you
gosh.
doing that?
Dude.
Why are you in row 25 but your suitcase is in row 12?
I
It's
would-
not put it in the first open spot. It's above your seat.
I would rather hold, I had to put one, so I was in row 16,
Yeah.
and I had to put my bag in row 17 or 18, the overhead bin, because that's all that was left.
Yeah.
And I was literally I'll hold the bag the whole flight. I'd rather do that.
Yeah.
I'll put my carry-on underneath. I know it's illegal, but I'll just hold my bag. I would rather do that than be inconvenienced by having to frickin' go 2 rows back or be like, excuse me, sir. And some guy was a homie, and he ended up doing that for me. So shout out to that random stranger.
But I don't get it. How is it so hard to find your seat? If you're in 13A, you're on, say, the right side of the plane.
Yeah.
In seat A, row 13. How do you mistake 14D for 13A?
Okay, I can't lie. There's been a few times where I've messed up my seat, but
You're one of those people.
But it's it's out of all the times I've traveled, it happened one time. And it's because, I swear I read, 13B, and I ended up being, 13D. I was on the other side. So I was at least in the same
Okay,
row.
well, at least you know your
Yeah.
numbers. That's the
Yeah.
important thing.
But, dude, yeah, no. I remember I sat down. Somebody came up to me. I was sitting, chilling. And they're like, that's my seat. And I was like, no, it's not. And they're like, yeah, no, sir, that's my seat. And then I, pull out my phone. I'm like, and he's like, oh, man. And then he like kept going like for 4 rows, and I was like, dude, I'm trying to fall asleep. Like
know, leave me alone.
I was in the aisle seat, which I hate, but the row was full, and I was like, oh, peace.
Okay.
Peace.
I like and hate the aisle seat at the same time.
Yeah.
So I like the window seat
For the window view.
for the window view and everything, but I like the aisle because
Kick
a
your
little
leg out.
wider too.
You
So
like,
like
kick your leg out, you're chilling.
I'm fine. I can just
You're
ease.
comfy, yeah,
But boarding the plane, you got everyone passing and
Oh
hitting. I swear,
Oh
people
my.
hit you just for fun.
Dude,
I'm like,
100%.
I'll be like this if I'm on the aisle, and then people are still like,
They like
oh,
go out of their way.
suitcase. I'm like,
Dude, one time I almost punched a lady.
oh,
Respectfully.
we'll talk about this too.
Respectfully, because I'm sitting there falling asleep. The row's full. All of a sudden, she's like looking for a seat, which is fine. I don't
yeah.
mind that at
Look
all.
for your seat, that's
But she
fine.
did a quick like 90-degree turn, and her bag made impact at my face at least 36 miles an hour. And I was trying to like fall asleep, and I was like, I thought I got punched. I like woke up. I was like, I'm about to fight on an airplane.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be on somebody's TikTok. This is it. This is how it goes. And it's some lady, and she was like so sorry, but I was so mad in the moment where I was like, no shot. I just got hit in the face that hard by a purse.
It makes zero sense on how hard it is to board a plane.
And dude, okay, now we're boarded.
Yeah.
Takeoff. How about beverage carts when you're in the aisle seat?
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna talk about that too. Like,
Oh,
the beverage carts are the worst. But for the most part, like I do enjoy the aisle because if I have to get up and use the bathroom, I don't gotta be like, excuse me. Then the 2 people before me have to stand up, get out for me to go, and then so that's the only perk. Even though I try never to use a bathroom on an airplane, but
do you want to hear something wild? Since I've started traveling this much, I should bleep that out. Since I started traveling this much for work, I have not. Anytime I've been on the plane, haven't peed.
I've only used the bathroom once since I've been traveling more, and that was when we were coming home from Cancun because I just had to pee.
So my rule is like 4 hours and above, I'll consider it. But when I was going to Utah, I got up to go to the bathroom. The bathroom was full, and I was like, "This is why I don't try to go to the bathroom because I'm not gonna stand and there needs to be rules on how you use the bathroom in the airplane. What I mean, what happens if it's full? Where do I stand? I don't want to stand directly in front of them because when they come out,
lobby. There's
that's
no
what
lobby.
I'm saying. Like, what am I gonna do? Sit on random stranger Greg's lap while I wait for
probably.
the bathroom? I mean, if he's nice enough,
Yeah.
maybe I will. But
Or
I'm just
hang out
saying.
with Tiffany, who's a row up. Hey, Tiffany, what's going on? I know you look cute.
But it's just like, where do I go? Like, I don't want to stand in front of there because then I look like I'm like, finally, you're done.
Yeah.
You know
It's
what I'm
like,
saying?
oh, how was your poo?
Yeah. I'm like, oh, man.
Dude, you rough man.
Dude, but so this past flight here, I got upgraded to first class, and I blew it. What I mean by that, I got to the gate by like 5:30 and started boarding at 5:20. The entire plane was already boarded. I was like, what is going on? I couldn't believe it. So then I don't even get the perk of being one of the first people on the plane.
yeah.
Like, it was like, oh, your zone's boarding. I'm like, oh, I'll be right there. Like, I'm 3 minutes away or whatever. Because I was stuck behind those people who didn't know how TSA pre-check worked.
I love that.
Dude, that made it even worse. So then I'm there and I walk over and I'm like, where is everybody? It's been 10 minutes since this started. So I was blown away. So then I had to climb over the dude that was in the aisle seat because I was still in the window.
Can't have that.
And I was like, this guy thinks we're throwing. He already had like a.
This guy's like a multi-millionaire.
Yeah, 100%.
doing,
He was
like,
suited up, dude.
yeah.
That was a sick suit.
He's like, hey,
he had like, I think.
I got some peasant, poor-looking kid next to me
Yeah.
right now. I don't know if he's here, or if we're doing like a homeless thing,
Yeah.
but I can't handle this. Like, I'm all about doing charity work, but I can't do it for this
Dude,
kid.
and he had a. I don't know if it was like an adult beverage or just like a ginger ale or something.
Yeah, probably ginger ale.
I hope so because it was like 5:30 in the morning. I'm like, yo, you all right, man? Anyways, so I'm like trying to get, because like all I had is the backpack. I didn't have like an actual thing that he'd go above. So I'm trying to like maneuver my backpack over his drink and into my seat and not hit the camera too. And then I'm like trying to Macarena my way through so I don't hit. And then I'm like getting the backpack. I was like so embarrassed. I was like, this guy thinks I'm an idiot.
Or those people that bring their like a full-on suitcase on the plane. Like, oh, I don't need to check my bag. This will fit into the overhead compartment. It's 50 feet tall. No, it's not. Just stop. Like, you're the reason why there's problems. Don't bring 4 carry-ons because you can't.
Or
Idiot.
the people that know the rules and they still are like, they have like maybe that travel suitcase and they still try to shove it under the seat in front of him. I'm like, dude, just
Yeah.
put it up there.
I have my bag that I'll put in the overhead compartment, and then people will come in. They're like, "Oh, there's some space right here. Let me shove my suitcase." I'm like, "Hey, man, like my stuff's up there, and I just know you're smashing it to bits."
Dude, if you
I'm
gotta throw your you're like one of these,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you just
yeah,
hear.
yeah. Yeah.
Why are you still trying?
I'm like,
Stop
yeah, whatever.
it.
It's just my stuff getting ruined.
Yeah.
Whatever. So yeah, boarding the plane, idiots. Oh, the land.
Oh, you hate that. Wait, first, before we get into the thing I know you hate, what about the people that clap when you land?
I haven't yet to experience that.
I sat by a clapper and I was like, this is supposed to happen.
Yeah,
What are we doing here?
Look, pilots just hit a button. That's it. Come on now. They don't do nothing.
It's all
maybe
autopilot.
they do if you're a pilot and you're watching this. I mean, no disrespect, but all you do is hit a button.
Exclusive
Maybe.
podcast in the cockpit of an airplane coming soon to our pilot.
So we know
viewers.
if it's a button or actually you're, pulling the steering wheel thing.
Show us how impressed we should actually
Yeah.
be with you doing your job.
But no, the land. I haven't dealt with clappers in a while, so I don't care about that anymore because it never happens. But the moment you immediately land and park, and 100 people stand up. Why? The door hasn't opened. The gate.
The fasten
trowel-
seatbelt sign isn't even off.
It hasn't attached to the plane where you can start unboarding. You guys are already standing up. You're already in the overhead compartments, pulling your stuff out. Mind you, it's a row by row thing. You standing up, grabbing your stuff does not make anything better. I had a guy literally right behind me stand up immediately, grab his stuff, and just stand in my way. And I'm on the aisle. I was ready to punch him in the back of the
my
head because
gosh.
I can't handle that. It's like, just sit down.
We're all
I
trying to
don't
get to the
care
same
that
spot.
you got to stretch your legs. I don't
Right.
care. I want to stretch my legs too, but I'm not going to stand up for 5 minutes and be in everyone's way and be an inconvenience to the rest of the plane.
You're in row 34. You being up right now does nothing.
You don't get off faster.
The only thing I can understand, like, if you have a connecting flight and like you're like pushing it,
No.
I can understand that. It's tolerable. I don't love it, but I understand it. But when it's somebody just trying to get home,
But if you're still in row 34 with a connecting flight, you're still in row 34.
no, I've seen people go from like row 34 and they just like walk all over
Idiot.
before
I want
anybody.
to. If that ever happens,
That's-
I'm putting my foot out. I don't even care.
I
And
think
they're gonna
that's
be
the
like,
one
why?
exception.
I'm gonna be like, you're an idiot. I don't care.
I think that's the one. It's
Nope.
okay. For me, I understand it. I don't love it, but I understand it. But when it's people that are just trying to get off the plane faster and not going anywhere, I'm like, dude, you are ruining everything.
Yeah.
I hope you soil your pants on the way home. That's what I think of those people.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what else is kind of wild? Honestly, I've only dealt with it maybe once or twice this year, is kids on the plane. Dude, sometimes you get some gems, just sleeping babies.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get some absolute demons that make you realize I should never have kids.
It wasn't a kid, but I've been on a flight with screaming kids before. But the flight coming to Tampa last week or 2 weeks, or January, back in January, this was filmed, end of January for my birthday time flying,
Those videos come live this week.
Okay, well, I had a guy's knee in the back of me
Ugh.
from the row behind me, and I kept grabbing my elbow and hitting the back of my seat to hit his knee. Wouldn't
my
move it.
gosh.
He was probably like, what's going on? Weird
It's like, man,
turbulence.
that guy- yeah.
I looked back 5 or 6 different times.
Really?
On purpose, because I'm like, your knee. Eventually, he got it off.
He did?
Yeah, but I'm like, you're a disgrace.
Dude, you know what's disrespectful? When people, I know it's there. The rule is you don't use it, the recliner in your seat. Unless you're in like first class or comfort plus with the extra room. If you are in the never use it. I had some lady, dude, do it to me when I first started flying, and homegirl was this close to me. And I was like, I can't watch my movie now. And now you're being like, you're all up in my biscuit, dude.
I like when they do it during snack time, because then you're like, oh yeah, I'll eat my little sun chips, and then this is the bag of sun chips sitting normal right here. Recline. I'm like, oh, we're just gonna spill everything possibly all over me, but it doesn't spill.
You
but
like
it's
try to
that
have
thought.
your drink, and then you're just like, oh, so refreshing.
You're like, ooh,
Whoops, that turbulence. Am I right?
yeah, idiot.
Dude, okay, what about the snacks on the plane have like went downhill really quick.
And I don't know why, but you only get one thing, and I want more.
You can
ask for more.
I hate saying it like this. In Comfort Plus, you get like the pre-snack before the flight takes off.
No, I've never got that.
And then you get a snack during.
I never got that in Comfort Plus.
You need to complain to Delta. Dear Delta. Oh, that should be our next sponsor. Sponsor of this podcast is Delta. Delta Airlines. Hook up the No Shot podcast.
Yeah, wait. I don't ever get a pre-snack.
I got
in Comfort Plus.
I get a pre
ever.
I have many times. You get like what are those like kettle cooked chips? Like the ones that
Great Lakes?
No.
Cape Cod?
Vicky's.
Oh, Vicky's?
Vicky's. So they got
Are
those.
you sure that's not in first class? Because first class gets full bags of chips.
I got a meal. I had a meal this past one.
Ew, I could never eat airplane food like that.
Well, so
That's
yeah,
scary.
that I was gonna talk about a little bit. So I had a fruit cup, which was nice.
Yeah.
I had a croissant, which wasn't bad, and it like a little jam thing. I was like, this is elegant. And I didn't even want this meal, but I was like, I'm here, like I want to try it. And
Where were you flying?
from Tampa to here. This is the one I just did.
Why? That's so weird.
Listen, and then
don't tell me to listen.
The options that were I forgot the other two options, but I went with a breakfast quiche. And so I had about half of it. There was this gravy on it. I thought I was going to vomit in my pants, dude. Like, I was scared.
It probably was vomit from someone's pants.
It might be. And so I was finishing it, but I couldn't finish it. And I was like, all right. But it was such a weird experience because, like, the lady comes up and, like, I got the tray table out. But then she's, like, giving me the napkin. I'm like, oh, I'm very capable to put a napkin on the thing. No. First class, they put it on there for you. I was weirded out, and like this lady's obviously being super nice because she thinks we're like highbrow people, and obviously not me.
We already know you were one of those charity cases.
Exactly, I got in the lottery. But anyway, so she's like super smiley and nice, which was like, yay, we like pleasant people. But it was like overly nice, and I was like, this lady's either really nice or she's like plotting my murder in her mind, and she's like excited about it.
Yeah, but. I don't know.
That's why
I've never seen that happen where I get a full bag of chips in Comfort Plus, but whatever.
Dude, well, don't worry. We're going to be having private jets soon. The No Shot private
I want private helicopters.
Did you know
jets.
One of our seniors at work has their own and took it here?
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to ask.
We'll talk about it.
I'm going to ask you who after this.
Dude, when I heard that, because like I got we'll talk about it after.
Yeah.
Anyways, but... We're at what, 22 minutes?
Yeah.
All
right, we're at time. This was obviously a very emotional topic because
very near and dear to our hearts.
We've been traveling a lot lately. Well,
Dude,
I have. I've been on 3 or 4 different flights.
I was thinking about
month.
No, I was saying that when he was in Florida, I was like, you haven't been in Michigan for a full month since October. October was the last time because we had November was Charlotte.
Yep.
December was Cancun. January you went to Ohio
I went to
Florida.
Ohio, Florida, and Carolinas.
Oh yeah, you just got back from there.
Yeah, I've been home maybe a total of 7 days in January.
I was like, what's it like to live my life for the last year and some change? And
yeah, it's
tough, isn't it?
Yeah, it's tough, but like I'm not gonna complain because I like flying. I like seeing my Sky Miles get racked up like crazy. But at the same time, it's like. You got to make sure that while you're traveling is 100% worth it.
Was it?
I mean, yeah, it was enjoyable. Yeah. I mean, took some customers out, had a very expensive meal, but whatever.
But I'm just saying, like, it's tough, like, because like a lot of people are always like, oh, it's so cool you travel all the time. But then when you're in two weeks in one place and you're traveling again within the week, and it's a lot.
Yeah.
It can kind of wear you out.
Right. I agree. I mean, we work with somebody that travels quite a bit. And I'm like, how do you do it? Like, how does the wife like appreciate that? And like, don't they miss you? And
whenever I call, I'm like, where are you this week?
Yeah.
Because it can be anywhere. It literally can.
Yeah, I mean, you got 4 different places you could be, so we got to figure out where you are at.
Yeah,
but all right, guys, this was heated. This was emotional, touchy subject, traveling stupid. Let us know your pet peeves. Let us know some of your traveling experiences.
Your preferred airline.
Yes, preferred airline. And do you get full-size snacks in Comfort Plus? Let us know because that's a lie.
We're going to have to write a Dear Mr. Delta.
Dear Diary.
So good.
All right.
But anyways, episode 13 in the books. Private jet coming soon. We'll fly to a city near you. We'll have tours, obviously.
Yeah, huge tours.
Huge tours. Yeah, we're on upgrades already happening, so it's going to be...
Like it, subscribe to the channel.
Share it with your friends.
Share it. Hit us up. dude.
Seattle,
Unbelievable.
Washington calling me. All right.
All right, we got plans in Washington now.
Bye.
Deuces.